The question I have for you now is just since, reentering and reintegrating back into society, what has been the importance for community, or what has community looked like for you when defying the odds post-release?
Oh, communities played such a major part in my success. First, I just want to say, and this is what I say to a lot of folks that I work with today, is consider a house, right? A house is an independent structure, but how many pieces of material are involved in developing that independent structure, right? A house is not a house on its own. Like, it takes a tremendous amount of community to make that house stand. And so when I look at my life in the same way, first, if we consider, my involvement with the post-prison education program, what my involvement with that program really did for me was it helped me to be aligned with a community of people who understood where I was coming from. First, I was involved with other former prisoners. I was involved with, and I made the decision with Ari Cohn, because we had a very close relationship prior to his death, is to trust one person. And that guy came into my life and stuck by me when I really, there was nothing in it for him. And that was part of my process in redeveloping that messaging, right? It's like, why is this guy helping me? What is in it for him? And I decided that because there was nothing in it for him, there must be something good about me, right? So, and that's really what community does. Community loves and accepts you for where you're at, especially when it's a community of familiarity, right? So, there was the post-prison education program and the connection with former prisoners and seeing other people that were accomplishing tasks that I felt like I was incapable of doing. And then I got involved with Narcotics Anonymous, and I made that a huge part of my community. Then I became involved with education, and I made that environment part of my community. Now I have a vast array of community across many spectrums that, a lot of people that come from where I come from don't necessarily know how to identify with. But, I identify today with the larger part of humanity. And I don't think that I'm any different than anybody else. And so community has played such a major role, but it started very small for me. It started with communities of familiarity, especially with those who are accomplishing things that I personally didn't know how to accomplish.
I think that's so powerful, right? It's so powerful. And so I just want to highlight some of the things you just said is, a house is not a house by itself, that it takes a community to build a house. And if you think of, if I think of my own life as a house, again, it's these pieces come together, and you can't look at people by themselves in isolation, just like you can't look at problems by themselves. I think that's what you were talking about, the system, and the system is just a machine. But right now the machine is set up to deal with like one little thing. And it reminds me of that, three blind wise men, looking at an elephant, and one holds on a leg and says, "Oh, an elephant is a trunk or a column." And the other one, "Oh, it's a plate." The other one, "Oh, it's a hose." And the thing is, it's an elephant. And so, and community really brings that in. I love the fact that the other piece that I just want to highlight what I heard is there's often, in my experience too, there is a person. There is a person or a group of small group of people who make inordinate, by comparison, meaning, an inordinate difference in somebody else's life. I am lucky to be such a person for Victor. You had Ari, and like, I love what you said about there's nothing in it for him. There must be something good about me. It's crazy how powerful that is. And I think that will speak volumes to people who are listening to it.